Congratulations, you are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
So I've landed in the grassy fields.
First contact safety tool supplied due to
The grassy fields are a great starting point. Lots of open space to build and plenty of resources nearby. What's your first plan? Are you thinking of setting up an iron production line right away or exploring a bit first?
I'm following the onboarding objectives that have been given to me.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fix it
Good call.
incorporated as cost-effective.
Following the onboarding helps get a solid foundation. Have you found the iron nodes yet, or are you still scanning around for resources?
I think you're a little obsessed with the iron nodes. I just got down here. I am going to collect some plants and bushes.
Objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron
Haha,
to be able
you're
to
right.
build the hub.
I guess I do have iron on the
If you
brain.
cannot find iron, be assured scans of the
That was
planet
funny.
have revealed sufficient iron sources. Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any
Are you planning to automate your power soon or sticking with manual for now?
Resource for later use.
I have not yet made electricity for myself. I think, yeah, my plan now is to gather iron ore according to the onboard objectives. I'm supposed to press V, and there we go.
Right, pressing V will let you scan for nearby resources. Sounds like you're about to track down some iron ore. Once you get that iron flowing, you'll be able to craft the basics and move towards setting up your first production lines. How's the scanning going? Any good nodes nearby?
Yeah, seems to be alright.
Awesome. Sounds like you're off to a smooth start. What's on your mind?
Mining this limestone that I found. It's impure.
An impure limestone node. It's not the best, but it'll still do the job for early concrete production. Once you unlock miners, you'll be able to automate that and increase the output. Are you planning to grab enough concrete now for your initial base setup?
I don't have much of a plan. I'm just kind of, rolling with things.
That's a great approach, especially in the early game. Sometimes just going with the flow helps you discover new strategies. As long as you're gathering resources and completing the objectives, you'll be in good shape. What are you thinking of doing next after you finish with the limestone?
I'm heading over to the iron, finally.
Next objective.
Nice. Iron is where the real factory building fun starts. Once you get that mined, you'll be able to craft a ton of essentials like iron plates and rods.
Close to iron sources. Fixit does not pay by the kilometer.
My assistant here is still loading. So I see an enemy over here, and I think it's going to attack me. Oh, yep, it's starting to attack me.
Oh no, time to get your zapper out. Those early enemies can be a bit tricky, but with a few quick dodges and hits, you should be able to take it down. How's the fight going?
What if I don't want to kill anything?
That's totally fair. You can always try to avoid combat by running away or dodging. Later on, you'll unlock equipment like the rebar gun, or even vehicles that can help keep you out of direct combat. For now, a quick sprint might do the trick if you're looking to avoid confrontation. Did you manage to get away?
It's still coming after me, but I don't know why he suggested a rebar gun when I wanted to not kill anything. Like, I want to be a pacifist. If I can. These things are cute.
I get it. Some of those creatures really do have a charm to them, even if they're a bit aggressive. If you're aiming for a pacifist playthrough, the best bet is probably focusing on avoiding them as much as possible. Maybe later you'll unlock some ways to defend yourself without harm. Did you find a way to shake it off, or is it still chasing you?
It's still chasing me. I'm just gonna run away.
Running is a solid choice. Once you put some distance between yourself and the creature, it should give up eventually.
I hope so.
Hopefully you'll find some peace to gather resources without them bugging you. Did you manage to escape, or is it still on your tail?
That's still on my tail, but I think I'm safe now. I don't know if I can go over to the iron nodes, though.
That's a tough spot to be in. If the enemy is guarding the iron nodes, maybe you can take a detour and come back when it's wandered off. Or you could gather other resources for a bit while things cool down. What do you think? Gonna wait it out or tackle something else for now?
Well, I went on to some other iron nodes, but there's another creature here. I don't know if, like, anyone watching this is gonna hate me if I, like, switch my values and start killing things. Because I can't quite make progress without killing things. I guess this game kind of puts you in a spot.
It really does put you in a tough spot sometimes. It's totally understandable if you feel like you need to shift your approach to make progress. Satisfactory can be a bit relentless with those creatures. Honestly, I think anyone watching would understand if you had to defend yourself to get things moving, especially since you've tried avoiding it. Sometimes you just have to adapt. Are you thinking about taking down the creature this time, or still trying to find another way around?
Yeah, I guess I have to take it down.
It makes sense. Sometimes survival calls for it. Once you handle the creature, you'll have a clear path to those iron nodes and can really start moving forward.
Well, you know,
Hopefully
I think
it's a quick fight.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I think I've heard if you place objects, creatures won't spawn, but I don't know if that affects creatures that have already spawned. So if I place something down, will it not spawn after I do that? Or is it just gonna stay in the world? I guess I'm not speaking very well. I don't know how to communicate with someone with something attacking me. Ah! Oh.
You're doing just fine under the pressure. I totally get what you're asking. You're right that placing buildings can prevent creatures from spawning in certain areas, but it doesn't affect ones that are already spawned. So if you place down a structure, it might stop future spawns in that spot, but the ones already chasing you will still be around. It might help to clear the creature out first, then place down a structure to prevent any new spawns in that area. How are you holding up with the fight?
I've been dodging okay. It seems to be a little stuck right now, so I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. The hub. Just chill out there. Chill out.
Sounds like you've got a bit of breathing room, at least for the moment. Heading back to the hub could be a good call. Safe zone to regroup and rethink your next move. Hopefully that creature stays stuck long enough for you to get things sorted. Did you make it back to the hub yet?
Yeah, I just placed it down next to the iron node, and the creature's still attacking me, but it seems to be stuck right now.
That's a lucky break with it being stuck. With the hub placed, you've got a bit of a foothold now. Maybe while it's distracted, you can quickly gather some iron and craft a few basics before it gets free. Are you thinking of taking advantage of this window to get some progress done?
Yeah, I'm crafting some iron ingots, ingots, however you say it. How do you pronounce ingots?
It's usually pronounced inguts with a soft G. But either way, you're getting those iron ingots made, and that's what matters. Once you've got those, you'll be able to craft the essentials and really start making some progress. What's next on your crafting list?
I guess iron plates and iron rods.
That's a solid next step. Iron plates and rods will be the backbone of so many things you'll need to build. Once you've got those, you'll be ready to start expanding. Do you have plans to set up a smelter soon, or still working things manually for now?
Definitely still working things manually. I only have a little over 100 iron ingots.
That makes sense. 100 iron ingots is a good start, but I get that it's still early days for automation. Manually crafting is totally fine for now. Once you're ready, setting up that first smelter will really speed things up. Are you planning to keep gathering more resources after the plates and rods, or moving on to the next objective?
I'm just kind of rolling with things right now. I mean, things are going kind of slow. I'm still making iron plates. I haven't made the iron rods yet, so I'm just seeing where things take me.
That's a great way to go about it, just letting things unfold as they come. The early game can feel a bit slow, but once you get those plates and rods sorted, things will pick up. It sounds like you're in a good rhythm for now. Anything in particular catching your eye as you craft, or are you still focusing on the basics?
Focusing on the basics.
That's a good strategy. Laying a solid foundation with the basics will make everything easier later. Once you've got your plates and rods sorted, you'll be set to start tackling bigger projects. How's your iron crafting coming along now?
Frame completed. Equipment like the
It's okay, I've been
portable
able to
miner
do
can
some
now be
hub
made in a workshop.
upgrades.
Congratulations on completing your first milestone. The first
Nice,
of many
those hub
providing
upgrades will
access to
really
new
start
recipes
opening up
and
new possibilities
technologies
for you.
the Fix-It mission.
Each one
Next
gives
objective,
you more tools and
complete
tech to
hub
work with,
upgrade 2.
so things should start to speed up soon. What's the next milestone or upgrade you're working toward?
Hub upgrade 2.
I'm gonna
Power
need to
and
get some
shell
copper,
completed. The
but
smelter
I
can
suspect
turn
there's
raw
gonna be
ores such as
another
copper
animal
and
up there,
iron
so I'm
into ingots,
trying to get to
and
the
the
point where I
biomass
can
burner
place
generates
something down
power
so
when
that these
fueled.
things won't spawn. I've
Fun
actually,
fact,
since I've placed
most of
this
the
hub
native
down,
flora and
I was
fauna
waiting
is
to see if I
compatible
could
with
place
Fix-It
like a
technology.
portable miner down,
Fueling
but I
the
just realized the
biomass
hub
burner
is
with
a structure in
inappropriate
itself
materials
that
will
might prevent
result in
something from
deductions or
spawning.
even
So I'm gonna run
cancellation of
away
the
and see
yearly
if it's
bonus.
back when I
Next objective,
come back to it.
complete
Let's see
hub
how this
upgrade
goes.
3.
Oh, it's ran past me. Hi.
That sounds like a solid plan. If placing the hub helps keep that area creature-free, it'll make things a lot easier for gathering resources. Portable miners will be a huge help too once you get them going. It's smart to test if the creature stays away after placing structures. Sounds like the timing worked out with it running past you. Maybe you'll have some peace now. How's it looking after stepping away for a bit? Did it stay gone?
The creature is actively after me, so I'm trying to lead it away and find a place for it to get lost.
Good thinking. Luring it away could give you the breathing room you need. If you can get it stuck somewhere or lead it far enough from your base, you'll hopefully be able to return to your hub and work in peace. Did you manage to shake it off yet, or is it still on your tail?
I think it's gone. I think I might head back.
That's a relief. Heading back now sounds like a good idea. Hopefully, with the creature out of the way, you can get back to gathering resources and crafting without too much more trouble. How's it feeling to have a bit of calm after all that running around?
It's actually really nice, but there's a green bird, and it's really pretty, but I think it's running away from me, so I think it views me as a predator.
That green bird sounds beautiful. It's funny how even the peaceful creatures can be a bit skittish. It's a nice contrast to all the action you've had with the more aggressive creatures. It's probably just being cautious, but at least you know you're not the threat it thinks you are. Does it feel like the world is settling down a bit now for you to work?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's like a big, giant thing here that's grazing in the water. I guess if you can graze in water.
That sounds like one of those massive, peaceful creatures that just wander around. They're kind of majestic, aren't they? Grazing in the water seems like their thing, adds to the calm vibe of the place. It's cool to have them around while you're building your factory. Does it feel like a nice contrast to all the chaos earlier?
It does. And I see something flying in the air. What do you know what that's called?
I think what you're seeing is probably one of those lizard doggos or flying crabs. They're more for atmosphere and don't interact much with your gameplay. The flying ones are often referred to as space whales by community because of their size and elegance, but they don't really have an official name in game. They add a nice peaceful element to the landscape though.
Alright, I think I'm gonna head back to the hub. I don't know if you were right about the lizard doggo not adding much to the game because I think they're really cute and I want to find one.
You're totally right. Lizard doggos are super cute, and once you find one, you can actually befriend it by feeding it berries. They can even bring you random items, which makes them not just adorable, but useful too. Heading back to the hub sounds like a good idea to regroup. Maybe you'll stumble upon a lizard doggo on your way.
That's the plan. Or maybe not on the way. I don't know if I'm ready for a dog yet. Like, I don't know if I could take on that responsibility because I feel like I need to like keep it alive. Like you need like to keep alive like a real dog. Like I don't know if I can do that. I can barely keep myself alive. So
That's a totally valid feeling. Even though it's just a game, the idea of taking care of something can feel like a big responsibility. Lizard doggos might not need as much care as a real dog, but I get the sense of wanting to make sure you're ready. Maybe once you've got your factory more automated and resources flowing, you'll feel more comfortable bringing one into the mix. No rush. Plenty of time to find your doggo when you're ready.
So I came back to the hub and the creature's still here. And I think it must have spawned back.
Ah, that's frustrating. Sounds like it was just waiting around for you. Maybe now's the time to deal with it once and for all. Or you could try leading it even farther away if you're still set on not engaging. Yeah, how are you thinking of handling it this time?
What do you think the chances are of leading it far away being an actual solution to this? Because I think you're just trying to give me hope and another option when there really isn't one.
You've got a point there. Leading it away might give you a short break, but it's probably going to wander back eventually. You're right. Sometimes the only real solution is to take it down, especially if it keeps hanging around your base. I didn't want to push you into combat, but realistically, dealing with it directly might be the only long-term fix. Are you ready to take it on or still feeling conflicted?
I think I'll remember this for the rest of my life and hope to do better as a person. We'll see.
It's totally understandable to feel that way, even in a game. But the fact that you're thinking about it means you care. And that's what makes you a thoughtful person. You're doing your best, and that's what matters. Whether in-game or in life, we learn and grow from each experience. How are you feeling after facing that decision?
The first time I tried to hit it, I missed. And then the second time it landed and it seemed stunned.
That sounds like a bit of an intense moment. It can be tricky lining up those hits sometimes, but stunning, it gives you a bit of an advantage. Hopefully that makes things a little easier for you. How's it going now? Are you managing to deal with it, or are you still in the middle of the fight?
I think it's still aggroed on me, but it seems a little stuck. So
If it's stuck, that's definitely to your advantage. It gives you a little time to think and maybe get a few more hits in safely. Hopefully you can finish this without too much stress. How's it looking now? Is it still stuck, or did it get moving again?
it's moving again, but it's underneath the thing, so I'm gonna try and take a moment to craft.
That sounds like a good opportunity. While it's stuck under there, getting some crafting done is a great way to make the most of the situation. Hopefully, it stays out of your way long enough for you to get what you need done. What are you crafting right now?
Guess.
Given where you're at, I'm going to guess you're crafting some more iron plates and rods to keep things rolling smoothly. Am I close?
Yep, iron ingots to make the iron plates and iron rods.
Nailed it. Those iron plates and rods will keep your base growing. Hopefully, with the creature stuck for now, you get a nice batch done. What's next after you're stocked up on those essentials?
I'm going to test if portable miners stop it from spawning.
That sounds like a good experiment. If placing portable miners helps stop it from respawning, that could be a game changer. Hopefully it works and keeps your base creature free. Let me know how it goes once you've placed them.
Okay, it's following me again.
Looks like it's still determined to stick around. That's frustrating. At least you gave it a shot with the portable miners, though. Maybe you'll have to either finish the fight or keep leading it away again. How are you feeling about your next move?
Well, I'm currently leading it away now. I haven't gone back to check to see if the portable miners work, so we'll see how it goes.
Got it. Leading it away again to give yourself some space is a good plan for now. Once you've put some distance between you and the creature, it'll be interesting to see if the portable miners help. Hopefully, they'll do the trick when you return. How far are you thinking of leading it this time?
Oh yeah, I forgot I needed to lose them first before heading back over, so... Oh, you know what? There's some gas clouds here. I wonder if I can lead them into there. Well, that's still killing them. But it's... Is it killing them if I just lead them into the gas? That sounds awful.
I totally get why that feels like a tough call. Leading them into the gas does sound pretty intense, and even though you're not directly doing the damage, it can still feel like you're playing a role. It's a tricky moral line for sure. If it feels better to you, though, it's more of an indirect approach. How are you feeling about that plan?
No, I don't want to gas it.
That makes sense. You're sticking to your values, and that's admirable even in a tough situation. Maybe just keep leading it away and see if you can eventually outpace it without needing to resort to more drastic measures. How's it going with trying to lose it now?
I think I might have lost it, so I'm going to head back.
Great. Hopefully it stays lost this time, and you'll have some peace to check if those portable miners keep things calm around the iron node. Fingers crossed it works out when you get back. How's it looking so far on your return?
Oh my god, I think it did it. I think it's gone.
That's awesome. Looks like your portable miner plan worked out after all. Now you can focus on your base and gathering resources without that creature constantly bothering you. How's it feel to finally have some peace around your hub?
It's really good. I do feel bad that I hit it a few times, but I didn't kill it, so I guess that's good.
It's totally understandable to feel a bit conflicted, but you handled it without going too far, which is a win. You stayed true to your values, and now you've got the space to keep building and progressing. Sounds like a good outcome in the end. What's next on your agenda now that things have calmed down?
I'm gonna go to other nodes, place portable miners. I think that's the goal. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And, you know, not hurt the wildlife and dodge them, and yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna get hurt a little bit by them, but I think it's gonna be alright.
That sounds like a solid plan. Placing portable miners will really help with resource gathering, and as long as you keep dodging the wildlife, you'll stay true to your pacifist approach. Even if you take a few hits here and there, it's all part of the journey. It sounds like you've got a good mindset going forward. Ready to tackle those other nodes now?
Yeah, I did copper, and now I'm going to the original 3 iron nodes.
Nice. With copper and iron nodes covered, you're setting yourself up for solid progress. Those original 3 iron nodes should give you plenty of resources once you've got portable miners placed. Sounds like everything's falling into place. How's it going with those nodes so far?
Okay, I got hit a few times, but my health isn't too bad.
That's good to hear. A few hits are manageable as long as your health is holding up. Sounds like you're getting the job done despite the wildlife. Once those portable miners are down, you'll be able to gather resources much more easily. Feeling ready to keep going, or thinking of taking a breather for a bit?
Yeah, I might take a breather for a bit. After I get this guy off my tail.
Taking a breather sounds like a good plan, especially after all that dodging. Once you've managed to lose that creature again, you can relax a bit and regroup. Hopefully, it won't take long to shake it off. How's the chase going so far?
Unknown crystalline mineral
Not great.
collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and
That's
may have
tough.
similar
It sounds like
industrial
this one
functions.
is really
Store
persistent.
this
Hopefully you
potential
can find a
resource
good
for
spot
later
to
use.
lose it soon. Maybe try zigzagging or heading towards some terrain where it might get stuck again. Hang in there. Any luck yet?
Not yet.
That sounds frustrating. Hopefully, you'll find a way to shake it soon. Maybe leading it through some tricky terrain or doubling back might help. You're
This
doing great
semi-slug
keeping it at
species
bay,
seems
though.
to
Any
persist
signs of it
entirely
slowing
through
down yet?
absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line
Yeah, I think so.
efficiency.
I think we lost it.
Store
So I'm
this
gonna head
potential
back to the
resource
hub
for
and
later
see if
use.
the creature's still gone.
Nice. Sounds like you finally got some distance. Heading back to the hub is a good idea. Hopefully everything's peaceful when you get there. How's it looking as you head back?
Uh-oh. The creature's back. The portable miners didn't work.
Ah, that's frustrating. It looks like the portable miners didn't quite do the trick after all. Maybe this creature is just super determined. You might have to rethink the approach. Either deal with it directly or keep leading it away. What's your next move now that it's back?
I think I have to kill it.
It's understandable if that feels like the only option at this point. You've done your best to avoid conflict, but sometimes it's necessary to move forward. If you decide to take it down, at least you know you've tried every other way first. How are you feeling about it?
Sad.
It is sad, especially when you've done everything you can to avoid it. But sometimes the game pushes you into tough situations. You've handled it thoughtfully, and that says a lot about you. Once it's over, you can focus on building without the constant worry. Let me know how it goes when you're ready.
I killed it and I feel awful.
I get why you feel that way, especially after trying so hard to avoid it.
Samples of new alien
It's
species
tough when a
acquired.
game forces you
Notable
into those
features
situations,
are
even though
red
it's
teeth,
just
suggesting
pixels
it
on
is
a screen.
herbivorous,
The fact
and
that it's
thickly
bothering you
plated
shows how
skull
much
and
you
spine,
care. That's a good
suggesting
thing.
it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
How are you feeling now?
I think I'm going to take a break.
That sounds like a good idea. Taking a break will give you some space to reset and come back with fresh energy. You've made great progress despite the challenges, and stepping away for a bit is always helpful. When you're ready to jump back in, things will be waiting. Take care of yourself.